Greetings, everyone. This is Adrian Pius. And we are here on the Adrian Pius Show, getting underway, ready for another day of truth-telling from yours truly, Adrian Pius. And I'm going to give people a chance to kind of trickle in. If you're joining me, make sure that you are liking the stream, doing all that sort of thing, because we really need every bit of support from you, the listener, to really bring the truth of the Imperium from me, Adrian Pius, to you, the listeners of the Adrian Pius Show. So far, we got a few people. We got 7 so far in chat. Eric Rayner, of course, is here, keeping an eye on things. Always happy to see. Totally Not Trays the Infinite. Aaron Lee. Excellent. All right, Pat's going to be watching the Vox feed. Of course, we will take a look and see what you all are chatting about there. If you see something interesting, I will comment on it. If you, of course, would like to be taken live on the air, the only thing I ask is for a small donation, and we'll hear what you have to say live on the Adrian Pius Show. I just want to do a sound check, make sure everything's coming in loud and clear for all of you. We do have a slightly different setup, which is why we had the delay, but I want to make sure we're getting underway. There's a little bit small, don't you think, Pat? I only got eight people. I got 7 people. That's a little strange, don't you think? Even though this is only 2 minutes in, but it is what it is. Just so today, let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm not here to dawdle. I'm here to lay down some truth. And the truth is that there are a lot of human beings. There's a lot of things out there in the galaxy that are trying to absolutely destroy everything good in the galaxy. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt that some of the worst, the worst is the worst things in the galaxy want us gone. Now. You know, you say, well, Adrian Pius, of course, you tell us about these things, you tell us about the dangers that are out there, and how important it is to be loyal to the Emperor and blindly follow every single word that is spoken by people who claim to represent the Emperor. That's necessary, and that's of course that's what we have to do. But it is not clear why. I think there might even be something worse. You say, how can there be something worse than space locusts that eat everything? How can you have something worse than violent Xenos that break and destroy everything, or torment and kill and enslave? What could be worse than that? And I'll tell you what can be worse than being the lowest of the low Xenos filth. I'll tell you right now. The worst thing are traitors. Traitors. Human beings that turn against humanity. Because that's what it is. That's the only reason to be a traitor. Is to spit in the face of the Emperor, to spit in the face of humankind, and say, you know what? I wasn't conquered. I wasn't taken in bondage. I wasn't kidnapped. I willingly gave myself, my community, everyone, over to Xenos filth. What's worse for me is Tau spam through Emalium. Oh, I can imagine that. Just give me just all you on the Vox feed, just give me a thumbs up or something. Make sure that the sound is coming in okay. The bars look okay to me. I just want to make sure that you all are getting this okay. No one's complaining. Pat's saying... Pat's giving a tentative thumbs up. He looks nervous. He wants to make sure he's doing his job well. Pat got me this new audio setup, and I want to make sure that it's all right. Because sometimes it gets bumped, and I don't realize it, and the sound is way louder than I realize. Yes, if you're new to the feed, make sure you're liking that. Listen to Eric Rayner. He really helps keep us on the air alongside with Pat here. All right, so let's really get into this. Why would anyone forsake the Emperor? And there's one answer, which I'm going to turn into many answers, but I'm going to immediately contradict myself. But right now, there are many reasons why traitors are going to turn their backs on humanity, and I'm gonna boil it down to one and then break it up into many. The main reason is cowardice, because the Emperor has expectations of us. We're meant to serve the Emperor. We're meant to serve the Imperium. We're meant to do our part, and that's what I'm doing right here. I am giving you the truth as I see it, laying down the facts that cannot be refuted by the filth, the absolute degenerates that find themselves succumbing to the Tau, or are chasing after some Eldar floozy, some pointy-eared floozy, or whatever reason they're betraying. I think it's mostly out of cowardice. I don't think there's anything I can do about the fan, unfortunately. I can try. There's not really avoiding the fan. I can turn this down a little bit. That fan can't be turned off, unfortunately. I am sweltering. If that thing goes off, I am stuck sweltering here in this station. Not much to be done. I turned the volume down a little bit. Hopefully that'll diminish it, but I don't really have anything to do to prevent the sound of the fan. But we'll see if we can soldier on. So let's start off with your basic heretic. Your basic heretic this is just not someone who's gone off and joined a Xeno, but like someone who has embraced some false pack of lies. That's what it is. It's a bunch of lies, and it's a bunch of people too stupid to realize these are lies. And the thing is, the Imperium never lies. Everything that comes out of the mouth of anyone who is currently considered loyal is just the straight up truth. It's just the straight up truth. And anyone who is some low life, ignorant criminal who gets it in their heads that they know better than untold trillions of people who are loyal, that they know better. We've had 10,000 years of this, but you know what? They've come up with the answer. They've met real divinity. They've been promised power or money or something equally stupid. And they're willing on words, on mere words to give themselves over, to be willing dupes, to give over their humanity for something less than humanity. Why would you give up humanity? That's the... Yeah, if you're a loyalist, you literally cannot lie. It's true. Or you wouldn't lie to other loyalists. You might cleverly deceive. A loyalist never lies to a loyalist, and loyalists only lie to Xenos and filthy heretics. Oh yeah, yes. Go ahead and surrender. It's fine. No, there's promise. You want extra arms? You got Timmy the tech priest right here. Hey, Timmy. Bobby here is asking for extra arms. Why don't you go see to that? Opinion on the Adeptus Mechanicus. Oh, they're necessary. I don't have a Vox cast without the Mechanicus maintaining the waves. And it appears we have totally not Trazen, respectable museum enthusiast and member of the Corumpere 5 Scola Council is apparently being harassed by some sort of Oracan. Must be a political rival. We're not here to talk local politics of Corumpere 5. But as far as the Mechanicus goes, they're necessary. They just, believe some strange things, and those strange things are fine, because they are necessary for the continued survival of the Imperium, and therefore I just try not to think about it too much. Who's the Omnissiah? I like to believe that the Omnissiah is just the Emperor. It's just a funny name for the Emperor. It's like you run the Emperor through a computer and a cogitator, and it spits out the it just spits out the Omnissiah. It's fine. It's fine. Totally not Traven saying, I would ask how you did it, but you're a chronomancer. I see that. That's very clever. I will have my revenge. Alright, they're just squabbling over local politics, it sounds like. Now, Timmy, I'm pretty sure... wait, Timmy, aren't you also a citizen of Corumpere 5? How do you know if the god of the local cult's worship is the Emperor? Alright, if you see a glowing, effervescent visage such as my own, manliness incarnate, that's going to be a good, solid... that's going to be a good, solid, loyalist who loves the Emperor. If you see a hunchbacked, ugly, boil-covered degenerate, that's going to be your... that's going to be your filthy heretic cult. Appearances are everything, and if something looks heretical, it's almost certainly heretical. Unless it's a clever ploy by a loyalist to appear heretical to fool heretics into revealing their heresy and then purging them. Huh? You remember how clever that is? Now we've discussed the lies of the ruinous powers, the darkness that lurks out there, and I'm not going to dwell on them because you shouldn't. What you should do is ignore them. If anyone comes up to you and offers you to sell your soul for temporary power, then you do what you were taught in school. Just say no. Just say no to psychic leeches, to psychic parasites. Just say no. Now, moving on, it comes to my attention that there are a lot of individuals who are betraying the Imperium for Xenos. Now there's a lot of heretics. There's a lot of heretics that are human, and I could see how someone who might be a little short of a full grok steak might be taken in by lies that are told to them by people who are nominally human beings. Have you ever believed a lie someone told you? Probably, at some point. But to submit oneself to a Xenos, to submit oneself to the will of the Xenos is truly disgusting. Let's start with the Eldar. Willing accomplices to the Eldar should be shot. Anyone who has spoken to an Eldar in any way in any form other than threats ought to be executed. Ought to be executed immediately. I don't care what the circumstances are. I don't care what kind of extraordinary threat to the Imperium we're facing. If there are Eldar involved, any Imperial citizen involved with the Eldar ought to be liquidated immediately, regardless of circumstances, regardless of whatever explanations you can offer me. What about Gilliman? What are you talking about? I'm pretty sure the only contact Gilliman ever had with Xenos was exterminating him. Was exterminating them. What about Gilliman? I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about something that is so secret that no one in the Imperium could possibly know outside of a select few group of people? No, people keep bringing up Primarch. Primarch had an Eldar friend? Where are you getting this information from? Is my Vox feed full of Inquisitors? Yeah, see, totally not Trazen said Gilliman never spoke to an Eldar. He runs a museum. You can trust him. Yeah, why wouldn't we trust that tall, skeletal-looking fellow with a magnificent and very real mustache? Who told you that? Where did you get that information from? Gilliman literally brought Eldar to Terra. Are you? I think this is. Yeah, there we go. Gilliman crushes Xeno every night. See, that's what I want to hear, and I believe things I want to hear. Blood Angels allied with it. Where? Who told you that? Are you a Blood Angel? Should you be disclosing that? This is an open Vox feed. Anybody can listen to this. Either you are revealing deep, dark secrets about the Blood Angels, or you are spreading lies about the Blood Angels. In which case, I don't think this is a great idea. BGC Vatan, go ahead. We're talking here about destroying traitors. What do you have to say? Well, I'm destroying all traitors to the greater good, that is. Oh, pranked you, Adrian Pius. What? This is how we have a traitor. Track that call, Pat. Get that call, send it to the Inquisitors immediately. Find that location, eliminate that traitor. We cannot have human beings giving away themselves to those blue freaks. What? Working with Foul Tau? I've never worked with... Oh, no. I had that Tau on the show to prove how wrong he was. See, and I whooped him. I defeated him. I crushed him. Just my weapons are verbal. Have you ever heard about a thing called a book? What book? Who gave you this book? Did it glow? Did you pull it from a swirling portal whose backdrop was mad colors and whispering voices? Do you just believe anything you read out of a book? The only thing that you should believe unquestioningly out of a book is the Codex Astartes and the Lectitio Divinitatus. Those are you can't go wrong with those right there. Blind adherence to those beautiful books is the way I build my life. It's the way you ought to live yours too. Commissar Kane made some good books. Oh, all right. Commissar Kane, hero of the Imperium. Did he canoodle with Xenos, with filthy Xenos? I'm pretty sure he killed them. The only thing that's somewhat acceptable for dealing with Xenos is occasionally you want to shoot the Xenos that's a bigger threat before shooting the Xenos that's a lesser threat. It might make more sense to shoot this group of Xenos than this group of Xenos at this moment. It's one of the reasons why the Tau still exists is there's just there are more pressing matters than a bunch of blue weirdos on the fringes of the galaxy. We got bigger fish to fry than those particular fish. We got thoughts in Legion of the Damned. I've heard the stories. That's about it. That fiery apparitions appear. Fiery soldiers appear. Word has it that they're led by the Emperor himself, and they have rescued some of the most doomed and hopeless situations to salvage and pull victory from the jaws of defeat. What do you mean he didn't shoot? I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second that Kane would dally with Xenos. If they're not sanctioned aliens, I don't want to hear it. All right, gonna take another. We got another one from BGC Vatan. Let's see what he. No, Pat, it's okay. It's okay, Pat. Put him on. Let's see what he says. Yeah, why don't you shoot Xenos like Cyrus Amani does? Unlike you. Oh! BGC Vatan, I'll have you know that I was unfortunately unable to serve in the Astra Militarum because of certain injuries. Unfortunate that I was not able to take part, but I serve in my own way by delivering a heaping helping of truth to all of you as often as I can, on a mildly bi-weekly, sometimes monthly basis. And I don't think you realize how difficult that is. Oh, all right. So we're talking now. Now we're talking about some wild stuff, because this is something I had never ever heard of, which is that there is a group of humans that is living under the yoke of orcs willingly. All right. So you get ready for this heresy. See if you've ever heard something like this. I've heard it. I've heard stories, and these are unconfirmed reports. But I want to talk about this. All right. So there are a group of orcs, and orcs are simple, dull-witted creatures. And they're like ape-like. They're dull. They got the heavy brow ridges. They're kind of stupid. And monkey see, monkey do. There's a group of orcs that got it into their heads that they are the Imperium. They call themselves Deperium. And you got orcs, and you got little what are they called? Gretchen or whatever. The Gretchen are all wearing like mock-ups of Astra Militarum uniforms. They're kind of silly because they're little funny tiny guys. And then you have orcs that have the audacity to try and take on the appearance and fighting style of the beloved Space Marines. Oh my goodness, we got that one opened up a can, Pat. I'm seeing some traitors bellowing into the Vox feed, talking about all sorts of nonsense I'm not going to repeat that heresy. I'm not repeating that. Not unless I get paid to. But the thing is, whatever. We've seen orcs do a lot of strange things. All right. So you got some that are dressing up and pretending to be Imperial. All right. I guess stranger things have happened. Shoot them. But the thing is, there are humans living under this orc rule, and they're orcs. They have people that are. I've heard that they're dealing with rebellion. So there are some humans that have heads on their shoulders and want to join the real Imperium and not some orc cosplay. But there are humans. I don't know what kind of mental nonsense. I don't know what kind of injury these humans had to have suffered through to their heads in order to believe this. But there are humans, according to these reports, that are loyal to Dapirium, that are loyal to these orcs. Clearly, these orcs just saw the glory of humanity and wished to replicate our grandness. Well, if that's then they can't, because they're orcs. They can't recapture the glory of humanity, and they're no. I'm not going to keep thinking about this. They're orcs. They're greenskins. They're stupid. Kill them all. Annihilate them. If you can't beat them, join them. Join who? See, because it seems like the orcs are not joining the Imperium. Not that I'd want them to. Not that I'd accept. No one should accept them. Any sort of hail of that manner, they ought to be gunned down where they stand. They're just defective orcs that are stupid. So you got Vox feed. You guys in chat. You got to tell me why anyone would willingly live under orcish control. These are simply excellent spies that are putting the Xenos against each other and diverting their attention from the Imperium. But they're at war with the Imperium. Dapirium is currently dealing. There's currently a expeditionary unit that's trying to drive them back and retake systems that were lost. This is a hostile force. This is a hostile force that is making war on the Imperium. But we have humans. There have been witnessed humans that declare loyalty to this. It's better than living under chaos. Why? It's not better than living under the Imperium. Why wouldn't you fight for the Imperium? Sleeper agents, my eye. You don't let them take everything over and then activate your sleeper units. You maybe. What? Someone's saying they've heard good things about Smart Boy Thinky Pants School for Big-Brained Humies. Are you out of that? Listen to yourself. Repeat that to yourself. Say it out loud. Say it to a loved one. And then once your loved one, someone who's cared about you for years, immediately shoots you in the face for being a traitor. Well, I guess that's it. There's nothing else to be done after that. Last I heard, my identical cousin with the same exact name, she was willingly living in Dapirium. All right. You got to tell us that story then. So why are they living in Dapirium? Is it just? I think it's just mass. I think it's just madness. There's some sort of disease that struck that particular subsector. Now, someone's saying it's just 7D chess played by the Emperor and loyal, intelligent servants. It's beyond my scope, and I'm one of the smartest guys you'll meet. I know all kinds of things. I have all kinds of opinions on all kinds of things, and they're all correct. As far as I know, they've all been correct all the time. So that is, while it is a fascinating anomaly that it happened, would have been more interesting. Look. All right. So let's say that you have a chaos-held planet, and you got filthy heretics praying to dark gods, and some humans, we have some scrap of humanity left, don't want to stand for it, and they end up partnering with orcs for some reason. These orcs that have it in their head that they're the Imperium. I could see that as something funny to disrupt the enemies of mankind while we prepare the hammer blow to annihilate all of them. I could see that, but I cannot see a Xenos force attacking the Imperium and then having anyone harboring any kind of idea like that. It's just nonsense. BGC Vatan, apparently you're the only one keeping this place going, so let's see what you have to say. Go ahead, Pat, put him through. So according to Cyrus and Imperial Truth, it's Wa Field. You gotta be more specific. Are you saying that this is the Wa Field is what's causing people to turn away from the Emperor and instead rely on Da Emperor? I gotta say, it is pretty interesting that the Orc Warlord has vanished. Some accounts say he's dead. Some say he died in the big battle with the brave Imperial soldiers that destroyed him. But these guys are still holding on to. But he's gone. He is so gone. The Emperor is gone. And what kind of idiot? What kind of drooling moron continues to follow a corpse? Or continues to follow someone that isn't around, that you never see, that has no impact on what's going on. The Emperor is gone, and these fools, human and orc, are still following the dead Emperor. I don't get it at all. I don't get it at all. I suppose it's possible that weak-willed, pathetic people can be taken in by Xenos warp magic, but we have Chapter Master Calinus Vintuli. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Pius. My librarians say it is a unique Wa energy that causes it.
Well, see, now that you say it, and someone who isn't my political adversary isn't the one saying it, that sounds reasonable. And I'm gonna dismiss the previous statement, and I'm gonna agree with this. This chapter master really seems to know what he's talking about. I'm listening to him because he agrees with me, and I'm gonna agree with him. It's obviously that's the correct answer. What do we got here? How many people we got? I don't have. We got 25 people. That's a bit more manageable. Make sure that you are liking the feed. Make sure if you're enjoying yourselves, make sure that you are dropping a like. Also, giving me your thoughts in the Vox feed is also very helpful. Let's see. The only reason I would be in Imperium is if I couldn't leave without getting killed for being a treasonable git. I suppose so. If you're someone who just gets caught up in there, I suppose. If you're not a soldier, maybe. I still think me personally, why I have never fought anything ever, I would die before living under the yoke of Xenos scum. After all, who would possibly venerate Xenos when we have Space Marine chapters like the Silver Skulls? Now, I don't know that much about the Silver Skulls, but I'm inclined to agree. Of course, when we have upstanding, wonderful chapters like the Silver Skulls, of course, why would anyone see the Emperor's Angels and turn to heresy and Xenos loving? Deperium is probably the most confusing, because I don't even think they have the lies for it. They're just a poor man, a very, 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 very poor man's Imperium. And what if the Xenos worship the Emperor? Well, that makes it easy. If they worship the Emperor and are willing to do his will, they'll be much easier to round up and eliminate. This is a human's galaxy. This is not a galaxy for Xenos. Ixseliquith one, go ahead.
Adrian Pius, we have appreciated your message of steadfastness. Humanity has already found perfection. Innovation is heresy.
Finally, someone is talking sense, is calling in and talking sense. We got all these people being like, well, what if the Xenos are nice? Well, what if the Xenos worship the Emperor? What if prominent Imperial officials, including sons of the Emperor, have closely consorted with Xenos because it was necessary to prevent mankind from being horribly annihilated? Finally, someone sees it the way I do. I don't like change. I don't like innovation. I don't like things being different. Doing things the same way we have for the past 10,000 years has done wonders. Look at us. Look at the Imperium now, and you have to say, this is something I am proud of, and I wouldn't change a thing. All right, we got Nicholas Villarenga. Am I getting that right? Must be a local dialect. All right, go ahead. Hey, long-time listener, first-time donor. Thanks for all the content, Mr. Pius. Well, Nicholas. This is two in a row. Sensible, intelligent, handsome, upstanding individuals who have called in and are really delivering some truth, some nice, solid imperial truth, real imperial truth, not that false imperial truth. So thank you very much, Nicholas. Thank you, Ixseliquith one. We're finally getting some sense talkers, some straight shooters. None of these Xeno apologists that have been just flooding this Vox feed. Ixseliquith one, coming right back. Go right ahead. We can also see you have felt the weakness of flesh. Come, Adrian, embrace the machine and do away with the weakness that has kept you from serving in the Guard. I appreciate it. I if you have some sort of honorary title I could carry around, something where I wouldn't actually have to make any kind of difficult commitment, or like something that I could add in my long list of titles of things that are impressive, that would be excellent. But I don't know if going off to a monastery or a lot of chanting and incense is a little bit. I'm a little bit sensitive to incense, and I know your answer is to get rid of more flesh things, but it is this unique voice, unaltered by machines, that has been able to bring some truth to the galaxy, and I think this is. We both have different roles to play. Ixeliquith one. I think that this is mine, and but finding some common ground and the strength of steel. I certainly haven't lost an arm wrestling match since I got this baby installed. You have some sympathy for mine. All right, Old Man Skeletal coming in hot. What do you got?
Why not just move off the Xenos lawns instead of trying to fight them like the worms we humans are?
That's coward talk. There's no such thing as Xenos lawns. There's Imperial lawns, and they need to get off our space. And you know what our space is? Everything. Everything belongs to this. Everything in this galaxy and beyond. That's the truth of things. And look, that's the thing. This guy is referring to himself as a worm. He's really internalized the Xenos, the propaganda. When really, we're great. We're amazing. We're fantastic. All right. Hopefully, let's see if we can get a better call this time. All right, go ahead. My mind is shattered. Cracked eggs of insanity. My theory is that the Emperor could be his holy fragment, the Emperor himself in orc form. Well, that is a reliable, trustworthy caller, if ever I've heard one. All right, go ahead and send the tracking. You got it? You know where it is? Yep, off to the Inquisitor. Yeah, I'm sure they don't have anything more important to do than interrogate our callers. Yeah. Okay, he's on his way. Good. All right, just hold still, Hawkins. We'll be there to check in on that interesting theory of yours. All right, as a psyker, I don't support Hawkins. There we go. Bobby Morris coming in with some sense. Wait a minute, Bobby Morris, didn't you object to something I was saying earlier? Hawkins is now saying he's not a psyker. I'm confused. I'm gonna forge right ahead. If only there was some place that brainwashed citizen could purge his mind clear of Xenos heresy. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like a Discord server. That's exactly. Look, if you all see the value in what I'm talking about here, let me see if I can help you all out and direct you to a place where like-minded people are able to discuss some sensible, good, honest Imperial things. 1 second, let me get this for you. No, that's not it. Hold on. There we go. All right, coming in hot. Let me get that to you all. 1 second. I'm having difficulty. It is not. 1 second. Being difficult. All being difficult. Let me see if I can do this. There we go. Go ahead and check that out. And now you can talk to like-minded individuals. Oh, I opened the wrong thing. Hold on. I lost my picture. Where's my thing? Did I close my other thing? I did. 1 second. Hold on. Let me go get myself back open. See, this is why I don't try to. I don't try to. I shouldn't try to do all this stuff. Let's see. Can I get myself? 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. There we go.
Parents and instructors, Schola instructors.
That's a recording of me. There we go. Much better. Apologies for confusing all of you. Hopefully everything's fine now. See, that's why I shouldn't just pay attention to what I'm doing and not listen to you weirdos distracting me. It's all right. That's fine. It's working now. That's the important thing. Lost a lot of viewers during that. That's what I get for trying to share informations. Yeah, we have tech priests going on. Why don't you guys, do some? Can you get some chanting going on? Everyone still hear me? I didn't get out of anything, I don't think. Should be fine. Should be fine. I'm not worried. All right. So, Adrian, what are your thoughts on the leagues of Votan? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I think time's gonna tell how this comes out, because we certainly have abhumans. We got ogrins. We got ratlings, and they have their place. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my tongue and I'm going to see what this is all about. Because if this is some kind of heretic group, let's destroy them. I need to. I'm not going to speak on it. It's interesting. Let me put it that way. I guess the short answer is I don't like it. I don't like it because it's not part of the Imperium. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do about it. But, alright, so I've been beating around the bush on this next topic. And that is the topic of... one moment, there. Is that gone yet? And that is the topic of... Let me get this out of here. Oh, come on. Don't do that to me. Naturally. And the thing that I really want to oh, here we go. We got another call coming in. Go right ahead. Oi, get with the ass quick. How much for the arm? Now you listen here, you filthy, disgusting Xenos. My hair is 100% totally and absolutely definitely real. And I'm not selling it to... you don't want the hair squig, you're trying to sell for the arm. No, leave it alone. It's mine, it's not yours. And I'm never surrendering anything to any Xenos for anything. Got another one from Corey Stigen. Corey Stigen, go ahead. Is it true that one of the Emperor's lost son goes by the name Sigmar? It is my understanding that this is heresy of the highest order. That to imagine that there is some other world, some sort of fantasy where there might be some kind of age that belongs to Sigmar, I think is a kind of heresy that should be stomped out. People talk about there are lost Primarchs, and they're this way, and they're that way, and they're Lady Primarchs, and they're dead Primarchs, they're alive Primarchs. Look, the Emperor just skipped 2 numbers. What if he just didn't like those numbers? What if he just didn't like 2 and 10? No, I like having my right hand. Leave my right hand alone. All right, I'm being told 300 teeth. Hey, Pat, can you find Pat, find out how much we could exchange 300 teeth for? Yeah, just look into it. I mean, the mic's live. Oh, hold on. All right, yeah. So we're getting back. Let's get back on topic. We've taken a couple callers, and I really want to get on to the thing that I find the most disgusting, which is people who are. I think there's a lot of Xenos that like, or a lot of kinds of traitors. I think the ones that are the most disgusting are those who surrender their humanity to the Tau, And it's like, well, Adrian, Pius, the Tau make the most sense. They live a lifestyle that is relatively comfortable for human beings. They have plenty of food. They have technology that rivals the most powerful form. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Oh, did I say 10? I meant 11. 2 and 11. I misspoke. Don't get stuck. You say one thing wrong, and then everyone has to tell you that you're wrong. I misspoke. I know, it's 2 and 11. Who is 10? 10 is... I get him. Who is 10? Who is the 10th? 2 doesn't exist. 1 is the lion. 3 is Fulgrim. 4 is what? Perturabo? Or is it? 10 is Dorn, isn't it? 10 is Dorn, right? Did you all know that? Or are you gonna go look it up now? I'm not looking at the noosphere. I'm just taking this off the top of my head. I don't have the numbers in front of me. I'll admit that. If I get the numbers mixed up, I apologize. It was 1 off. Come on, that's not that bad. But yeah, getting back to the Tau are terrible. The Tau, in fact, are terrible. They are probably the most embarrassing Xenos to submit yourself to. They aren't even good in melee. That's something that the orcs are. You can at least say. At least the orcs can handle themselves in a fight. At least they can have the decency to hit you with an ugly piece of scrap metal. Heretics too. They'll hit you. Even the pansy Eldar, the effeminate pansy Eldar, can swing a sword around. Yeah, it's a frou-frou light-up sword, but at least they can duel. Tau? Tau are just embarrassing. Embarrassing and soft. Only embarrassing soft people. Alright, we got another call coming in. Go right ahead.
Final offer, 500 teeth, and squig and a grot.
Pat, will you, why don't you listen, you Xenos, we're not gonna be bribed here, Pat, can you take care of that? Yeah, I don't care, just, you can get a replica. We sell cheap replicas in the gift shop. Just send him one of those. Yeah, I don't care if we're cheating him, just do it. Alright, yeah, but yeah, Tau, they have no honor. Exactly, Tau have no honor. They are cowards, they are liars, they promise a soft life, and they enslave humanity. You ought to just if you want to be a servitor, be a servitor. And at least then you'd be serving mankind. And you'd get a really cool arm. Well, for that. Not for myself, of course. I need my brain to be able to come up with the amazing things that I say on a regular basis. Oh, Pat, he's saying no replicas. No replicas. Get. I don't know. Spruce it up. Make it look nice. Yeah, I don't care. Money's money, Pat. We need this. Look, and I now. All right, let's finally. So let's address the elephant in the room, because people have brought it up, and that are cases where humans are allowed to consort with Xenos. All right, so we have sanctioned aliens. These are aliens that have been completely brought under the thumb of Imperial control. And you know what? If they can be an asset, and they're, whatever, all right, let's do it. If the Emperor can sanction them, and they can be of use, why not? We got another one from Totally Not Traitors the Infinite. Go ahead.
But what about Farsight? He can duel. And Torchstar. She's a pyromaniac to put any sister of battle to shame.
Aren't you trying to go for re-election? Isn't that coming up soon? Totally Not Traitors. Are you sure you want to be saying spreading this kind of pro-Xenos propaganda during an election season? There, Timmy the Tech Priest is talking some sense. I say we turn Tau into power outlets. That makes some sense. Have I thought about becoming a servo skull when I die? Well, that's an honor, right? To an excellent servant to the Emperor becomes a servo skull upon death. Naturally, I'm not super eager for death. But I think it's an honor that I'm worthy of. Definitely. Probably. Anyways. So you have sanctioned Xenos. You also have rogue traitors who essentially have carte blanche to deal with and trade with Xenos. Now, that is an important responsibility that can only be entrusted to the most worthy of people who have proved themselves time and time again. And the thing that makes the most sense, of course, is to have those titles be passed down dynastically. That the children of these people are clearly going to be just as reliable and trustworthy as the founders of their dynastic line. All right, we have Hawkins coming in. Go ahead, Hawkins. Hey, this is Hawkins. This is all the more to elect me, support Hawkins in the next election. Well, normally I don't endorse political candidates on this program, but I will accept financial compensation for supporting Hawkins. This is now a 100% Hawkins supporting Vox station, at least until an equal or greater donation is made by a different candidate. Someone's saying their guard army are rogue privateer traitors. I don't know about that. It is. Look, my point is that there are exceptions, and these are very carefully regulated and sensical ways to interact with Xenos. Certain people with certain skills can interact with Xenos, or Xenos that have been so thoroughly broken and proven to be obedient can remain within us. If we got sanctioned aliens, let's have some sanctioned aliens. Oh, it looks like we're getting a political debate, a brewing. It's a brewing, it sounds like. Oh my. This has been a day where I've really needed some recaf. Oh my goodness. Alright. We're getting flooded with heresy right now. Any dating advice for an Eldar GF? For an Eldar girlfriend? Alright. So, let's go ahead and go along with this. Alright, so what you do, you plan the date. You tell her you're gonna pick her up at 6. Then you're gonna take her out at 7 for dinner. After that, you're going out for dancing and a few drinks. Come back to your home, and then insinuate that there's going to be some fun times when you get back. So what you do is you pull up in your vehicle, you disembark, ring the bell. When she arrives, you shoot her in the face. There. That's how you handle. That is the best way to handle an Eldar girlfriend. And you got any other? I can give you advice for Tau girlfriends, for Dark Eldar girlfriends, for some of you that are really weird and have Orc girlfriends, Necron girlfriends. The Necron girlfriends you probably want to shoot twice, and expect her to come back. Don't get a Necron girlfriend. They're real crazy. They will stalk you forever. Not saying this from personal experience. I've just heard things. Yeah, that's it. Warrants of trade. That was what it was called. The word was escaping me. Look. All of you have been on the noosphere, and there are people that are into some weird stuff. All Xenos GFs who turn into servitors or incinerate them. I don't know. Can you turn them into... Wait a minute. Wait. Timmy, you can turn Xenos into servitors? I never heard of this. I didn't think that their brains were capable of being wired into... the human brain is much more capable of... much more compatible with the technology. I thought Xenos brains were far too simple and primitive. Human and ab... See, the thing about humans and abhumans have a place. A very nice box they get to fit into, and they don't move outside of it. That's where we keep them, and that's where they stay. And I'm comfortable with that. I'm quite comfortable with that. I think that something like Governor Greg, governor of Coram Peri 5, see, that's where you're getting in. That's kind of like Xeno fraternization. If you take an Ogryn, you're making it planetary governor. I think you're disrupting the way society's meant to flow. All right, so got another question. Go right ahead, Natalie.
What is your opinion on the 100% correct cult believing that Commissar Kane is the prophet of the Emperor? Like he really is.
So Commissar Kane, hero of the Imperium, is one of the most singularly brave men that has ever existed. Never has there been a man more dedicated to stomping out and eliminating Xenos and heretics and traitors than he. He would stand in the face of the most vicious of enemies and not even blink. Fearless, that man is. Fearless. I wouldn't be surprised if he is a prophet of the Emperor. So while I don't know that much about this cult that sees him as a paragon to be emulated, I wouldn't be surprised if he was a saint. He kicks the buckets and comes back with a pair of wings. Wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't mind that myself if I can. Maybe if I get enough likes, get enough listeners. Who's to say what might happen next? Who's to say there won't be a nice spot beside old Saint Celestine for old Saint Pius? Come on, that sounds great already. Oh, my thing is off. My thing was off center. Whatever. I think that's a fine picture. It can stay where it is. Hey, Greg is a great governor. He's corruption. Well, I guess that is a benefit. I suppose so. Wait a minute. Greg is the best leader except for the Silent King and Chris Beck I've worked with. Wait a minute. What? I don't recognize those as imperial leaders. That sounds a little bit heretical, if you ask me. Totally not treason. You've said some things that I don't know if I'm entirely comfortable with. Ew, slash corrupted orcs. I don't even want to think about it. I don't know. I know it. I know all of you degenerate heretics are already looking it up. I almost assuredly. Alright, so we've been going on for a little over an hour now. And I would like to remind you all to purchase Never Fail Bunkers. It's been a little while since we've had a Never Fail Bunker sponsorship, but this show is sponsored by Never Fail Bunkers, the only bunker system approved by Adrian Pius. Let's say you are facing... your planet is besieged by some kind of Xenos and traitor conquest. When things get hairy, you can keep your family safe by entering one of your brand new, freshly installed Adrian Pius Never Fail Bunkers. The Adrian Pius Never Fail Bunker is a box that has 6 months worth of food and water and entertainment for a family of 4. Try not to have a family of 5 unless you have a child that you know you're not particularly fond of. And then you can stay nice and safe for an entire 6 months inside of this box. After that, well, you're on your own. Never Fail Bunkers. It's 6 months in a box. We got 26 people listening now. All right. Let's open this up. Under what circumstances would you not? It's the old saying. Purge the witch, you purge the mutant, you purge the heretic, purge the Xenos. When do you not do those things? Because that's a pretty... When in doubt, fall back on that. If you're thinking too much, then you're probably not smart enough to realize what you're supposed to be doing. So just shoot them. Can you get 2 Never Fail Bunkers and connect them? Sure. Of course. You'd have to pay extra for the extra door to the hallway modification to connect the 2 of them. So it's a little bit extra. But for someone like Timmy the Tech Priest, we will certainly accommodate your needs, whatever they are. Oh, dang it. I hate this. That's annoying. Oh my goodness. Oh, wrong thing. I've gotten to the end of my Voxcast. Let's get this straightened out. Oh, come on now. There we are. Sorry about that. Alright, that should have it fixed. I apologize for the technical difficulties. Blame Pat. Alright, here we go. We have some Inquisitors on the line. Here we go. Go ahead.
You're officially on the watch list of potential heretical actions. As of note, relations with Eldar is forbidden due to our unwholesome alliance with them.
Due to... wait a minute. Pat, put on that squeaky funny voice you do and reread this. There's too many spelling mistakes for this to be officially Inquisitor. Go ahead.
You're officially on the watch list of potential heretical bad actions. As of now, relations with Eldar Pointy is forbidden due to bad, unwelcome alliance friend with them. Yes.
That was really good, Pat. You're uncannily good at that voice. Yeah. I don't think this is legit. This seems like some heresy to me. All right, report that Inquisitor to a different Inquisitor and let them sort it out. There's plenty of Inquisitors. Just pit them against each other. It'll be fine. Pat, you're sweating. Why are you sweating? Don't worry about it. I told you, it's fine. What is the average length of a planetary siege? I'm sure it's, probably, less than 6 months. Probably less than 6 months, right? Right. 6 months is a long time. 6 months is a long time for you to be inside of your Adrian Pius Never Fail Bunker. Why not purchase the Adrian Pius Never Fail Bunker entertainment set to complement your existing Adrian Pius Never Fail Bunker? Entertain yourself for 6 months with the entertainment pack from Adrian Pius, the only Adrian Pius Never Fail Bunker endorsed entertainment pack by Adrian Pius. All right, I think we have gone through a fair number of things here. We have discussed the Xenos filth. We have talked about why they are complete and utter scum, why the people who are fond of them or submit themselves to them are scum, and I think I've laid down some pretty hefty truth. So we've been going for a little while, and I have to make sure that this whole thing with the Inquisition goes over smoothly and gets resolved. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. I want to thank everyone who donated. We have Rose Spark. Let's see. Rose Spark. Natalie 6. Hawkins. Totally not Trays in the Infinite. Hawkins again. Corey Stigen. Hawkins again. Hawkins again. Old Man Skeletal. Ik Siliquith 1. Nicholas Vierengda. Exalquilith 1, Chapter Master Calinus Vintuli, an old favorite, BGC Vatan. You're going to have to be annihilated, but, thanks for your donation anyway. Just want to say thank you for listening. Make sure that you're liking the stream. And I think we're going to call it here. And I gotta go take care of some things. So thank you all. Make sure to keep the faith alive. Glory to the wondrous God Emperor of mankind. And keep listening to the truth as I tell it to you. This is Adrian Pius